Now that I have Homer sort of blocked in my side view, I'm going to just look at the side view one more time. You can see that he is not really following the shape, and I'm going to just hit 2 on my keyboard in order to try to grab some of those vertices and pull them out to try to keep him following the shape a little bit, just trying to stay on the proportions that my reference drawing has, so that there is no inconsistency, at least up to this point. Yeah, it's going to keep changing, but for now we want to do that. Then we are going to try to generate add some additional structural things. In this case, you see that at least on Homer's, we got the big, sausage shape for his head, but we need to identify the biggest feature on his face. In this case, you see his head, his mouth has a very, very important feature, and I'm going to draw that. And in order to do that, I am going to simply use the multi-cut tool. And in order to do that, I'm just going to go show my modeling toolkit. And in my model toolkit, I'm going to use the multi-cut tool there. So I'm going to actually select by object on this image. Select by object, and then I'm going to use the multi-cut tool to start cutting around his mouth. So there is not much guidance I have for me to do it, so I'm going to try to just follow the shape of the mouth the best possible. In this case, trying to cut from the following the edges that I have. So I'm not trying to add much more to it, just trying to follow the edges. So I hit enter, and that view you see something like this. And then of course I need to, if you'll see this on the front view, and I'm gonna go under my perspective on this side. You see something like that, and I'm going to just cut across to the other side. Hit enter, and then I'm going to cut across to the other side here and hit enter. So I have done this side, and I'm going to go and finish it on this other side, and simply going to cut from here to here back to this one, and that generates that. I actually cut one by accident here, did one extra cut here, and what I'm going to simply do is, because I don't want that to be like that, at least not yet, and I don't want to have this vertex there. So this is a good practice to follow when you have excessive vertices, or in this case a vertex that is not helping me. You want to delete each vertex. You don't want to delete using the delete key on your keyboard. You use this tool. So that way I delete that, and then I come back and create that cut. So if I hit 3, I get to see him in that way. Other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to insert an edge loop in the middle of his face, so that I can have kind of like a half line. And for that, I'm going to just go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop, and I'm going to just to place it right in the middle, as close as possible to the center, and that does take care of that. I look at it in 1, 2, 3, and I see him here. And remember, you can look at him by itself, just like that for now, hitting Shift I to isolate it, and I see the beginning of the shape.